Nice to see you again. It's me again, Puffin, on my crusade to stop Trump, stop the war, stop war entirely, end war entirely, and save some lives. So, thanks for being here. Hope we can do that tonight. Tonight is a crucial night. This is March 27th. This is the morning of March 27th, 2026. And as far as we can tell, these ships are en route to invade Iran for Epstein and Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. And as far as we can tell, Netanyahu's dead. So it really seems like if we could get that message out there, if we could get them to admit that Netanyahu is dead, we could stop this. I mean, that's got to be part of the reason they keep trying to lie and say that Netanyahu's alive. I guess, his boasts that they control our Congress and stuff are probably more or less true. But if he was gone, maybe that control would weaken enough for some of our Congress and senators and stuff to stand up and stop the war. So, enough, we need a few more, I think, in either chamber to stand up and stop the war. So, if you would like to stop the war, if that's something you're interested in, if you're interested in peace in general, or if you're interested in peace in this particular case, where we can hopefully stop this war before they fully start it in a few more hours, maybe a few days. I mean, they've been starting a war. I don't mean it like that, but before they send in the ground troops, I guess I guess my best recourse is some type of spiritual um, appeal to the goddess, appeal to peace, appeal to the future, appeal to Jesus, appeal to all the good spirits to help us stop the war. So thank you, good spirits, for helping us stop the war. Um, I'm real grateful for everybody who's been trying in all the ways that they've been trying. I would like to convene the ultraviolet lions to stop the war with like magic, spirituality. And for that, I rely on the things I just mentioned, the people and spirits and goddess I just mentioned. But I also rely on you, people who come into the chat, to hopefully, potentially give us some ideas of other um, spirits, other good beings that will help us in our quest to stop the war. So, thank you for your conversation and participation in advance, and thanks for being here with me. I'm hoping to stop the war. I'm hoping that whether it's something we can envision and try to manifest, or whether it's something that's a complete surprise to us, the war stops before it gets even worse. And this is just my true effort to save the lives of people who otherwise I don't know, don't die for Trump and Epstein and, hello, Elena. Don't die for Trump and Epstein and Putin and Netanyahu, who's probably dead. Netanyahu appears to be, to everybody I talk to in real life, everybody says, oh yeah, he's dead. Like nobody has any misgivings about that. Are you from Ukraine? No, I support Ukraine though, because Ukraine is doing more to save America from Trump and Putin than anybody in America seems to be doing. So I'm really grateful to everyone in Ukraine and really want to support everyone in any country that's being invaded. So that's Iran, Gaza, Ukraine, Sudan, other countries that are being invaded, especially when those countries are being invaded essentially by America or by USR, by Russia and Trump's alliance with Putin. People say I look like a lot of different things. When you said, does anybody ever say I look like the final boss of panhandling? No, I haven't got that one yet. But somebody said something really hilarious that I wish I'd written it down. I might be able to remember that one on my own. Well, sorry about your Chiefs. Broncos are going to win this year. We were talking about politics, like to the extent of stop the war. Stop the war. Like get the military to quit or to say we're not doing this or to coup or to turn the boats around, mutiny, whatever it takes. You'll be a hero if you quit. You'll be a hero if you um, don't obey illegal orders. We've been trying to say that, but they didn't really get that message out there enough. They put it out there too much so they could arrest you for saying that. But the main guy they tried to arrest for saying that was Mark Kelly. He might run for president. So, if he runs for president, that'd probably be good. Anybody running for president, I think, would be good. I want Jasmine Crockett to run for president. I'm running for president. I want Jasmine Crockett to run for president. But I'm currently running for president, puffing for president. Check out Cat puffing for president. Yeah, Cat lost. Or, they Talarico'd her. They APAC'd her. APAC won that election again. Like they win all of them. But we were close. So think about it like this. Cat Abigazali and you and me or whoever, like a few people, like a few hundred people, a few thousand people, maybe a few million people, okay? But Kat Abigazali and a few million people who managed to actually support her campaign almost beat AIPAC and the Democrats and the Republicans, and other billionaires. It was close. So when you think about it, it's a pretty good sign, even though she lost. Because people would probably have been suspicious of her if she'd won. It says, Dad, you look like Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man. Thinking about starting a live stream myself. Do you do it just for the community or is there money in it too? If there's money in it, you can send the money to my Cash App is $Puffin Doja. So you can send the money to PUFFI $PUFFINDOJA. And I'll give you a special toot. That toot is usually for like when tyrants die. Yeah, I love jokes. Thank you, Iman. I am that. I am man. Hold on a second. I'm getting headbutted. That was close. What is the similarity between Michael Jackson and a PS5? If it's a joke that's not positive towards Michael Jackson, I'm not going to like it. Because I like Michael Jackson. Hello, friend. Hello, Krusty Dumpster. The level of attention is priceless. Thank you. Guys. Hi, Brownie. Bowie. Hello, Bowie. Why are you mad at the Epstein files? Thank you. I'm an artist. I make these paintings. I make all these YouTube videos. It's a Ukraine flag. Palestine flag. Purple person. Portrait. There's more art. There's more art. There's more art. I always show the same art because it's the art that's nearby. I should probably get some different art out. You're from Ukraine? Thank you. Thank you for all you're doing to stop the bad guys, Trump and Putin. Doesn't seem like anybody in America is really taking the bad guys seriously enough. Trump and Putin. Yeah, I'm an artist. I make art. I also make a lot of YouTube content. And I write. And I make songs. I sing for a band called Foxen. Super left. I don't know where you people are. What's up, Unc? Any advice for overtime? Oh, I don't know what you mean. I think I'm too old. Lots of people here don't like America anymore because of Trump. Oh, I agree. But I still like America for the help Biden did. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, Trump doesn't represent us in any way. All Americans are against Trump. They just brainwashed a certain segment of the population. So, but all real Americans hate Trump. But it's okay. We're going to take care of Trump pretty soon, and then we'll be able to completely defeat Putin. Especially when people realize how much Putin controlled Trump, how much everything Trump did was to help Putin and destroy America, and people are going to take that out on Putin. So don't worry. What do you want to do with your part of Russia? I think we should make Russia not a country anymore. You guys should take a chunk of it, and I guess maybe China and Turkey should take a chunk of it. Because fuck Russia, right? I'm from Kharkiv. I was under Russian occupation in 2022. We got liberated. I'm awesome. I'm so glad you got liberated. And you guys are liberating USA. I feel like Ukrainians are doing more to save USA from Trump and Putin than anybody in America is. And so everybody in Ukraine seems to be doing more to save America. Not just your country, but to save Europe and America from Trump and Putin. More than anybody in America is. Nobody in America even calls him Trump and Putin. Well, I call him Trump, Putin, Netanyahu, or I used to. But now it's like, why attach a six-fingered AI deepfake to your tyrant group? You still have Modi's a tyrant. Um, yeah, Modi's a tyrant. See, like he's got Indian people tricked into supporting Trump and Putin. So they're all terrible, right? All the tyrants are terrible. Sorry, I'm gonna block some trolls so that we don't have to see what they say. Yeah, Modi and Putin, they're all trash. Modi, Putin, Netanyahu. Well, I think Netanyahu's dead. Like as far as I can tell, everybody who thinks about it thinks Netanyahu's dead. But Modi and Putin and uh, Trump and Netanyahu. So many Pakistanis in the chat. Welcome everybody's welcome in the chat. I'm gonna block people if I determine they're fascists though. Yeah, if I don't like what you're saying, you're trolls. Like I said, it's gonna take me a minute to decide. Yeah, free Palestine, Slava Ukraine. That's not hard. People try to say that Ukraine supports Israel or something. I'm like, they might have to come across that way to try to cater to for American support or something. But I don't really see why that would be the case. Why wouldn't one country that's being invaded support another country that's being invaded? I think that's why I support both of them because invaders are bad. People invade you are bad. Yeah, people support Palestine because they're in the same. Thank you. So he's from Ukraine, so he knows what I'm talking about. That's the way it feels like to me. I think everybody in America feels the same way. Americans support Palestine, and Americans support Ukraine. I know Americans support Ukraine around here because I see all sorts of support for Ukraine, but I see all sorts of support for Palestine too. I see some support for Israel too, honestly, but I see a lot of support for Palestine. I think we have to stop America's illegal war against Iran. Trump's illegal war against Iran. I shouldn't even say America. It's USR under Trump. Hello. I'm in America. That's why I want to stop the war, right? Like, I don't want Trump to get a bunch of people killed. For Trump and Epstein and Putin and Netanyahu, who's dead, like, why can't we just get him to admit that Netanyahu's dead? I think that would stop the war. That would help stop the war on our end anyway. They still have to do some like reparations and stuff to like get Iran to stop the war. They still have to like make some concessions to Iran to get them to stop the war. Yeah, I don't think you guys understand how this war is going. It's not it's not favoring the aggressors. Like, should we do a quick thanks, Free Palestine? Should we do a quick put a one in the chat if you think Netanyahu's dead? Now let's do this. Let's put a one in the chat if you're on the side of Israel. Scratch that. Let me do it again. Because I like one being the good thing. Put a one in the chat if you're on the side of America and Iran. Put a two in the chat if you're on the side of Putin and Trump and Netanyahu. Dude, there's nothing wrong with Islam. Don't try to badmouth Islam. Hello, Voodoo Child. Nice to see you again. Okay, put a one in the chat if you're on the side of Iran and America. Put a two in the chat if you're on the side of Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. Come on, guys. Let's just do a quick survey while there's 13 of you here. No, I'm not Christian. I'm Church of Judas. Church of Judas replaces Christianity. Okay, see, look, we have some ones in the chat. You're on the side of Iran and America. See, this is awesome. Thank you. Wow, that's like 4 or 5 people are on the side of Iran and America. You don't want to be on the side of Trump and Putin. So, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to try to stop the war, and we're going to insist that, we have this debt to Iran for attacking them. And we have this not just we owe them a bunch of money, that's going to be part of the negotiations, right? But we have this debt, like a life debt. We have this bond to try to make both our countries better by combining, by combining, what's it called? Communicating, by getting over all our differences. Or, if Iran and USA are supposed to be two different countries or something, two, I don't know, opposing countries or something, well, why don't we become very good friends and stop these evil leaders? We have evil leaders in America. I don't really know what the situation is in Iran. They certainly tell us that it's not good. But, we have evil leaders here, so who lie to us about everything. So I don't know. But in America, we have evil leaders. So we need to do something, fix it. And we want to all join forces, Iran, America, and the more people they try to kill, the faster we need to do it. But hopefully we can do it before they kill any more people. That'd be great. It kind of is a self-portrait in the back. I've got a different self-portrait over here. Okay, sorry. I'll get to blocking some people, because I realized recently that blocking people is probably a good way to get more people in the chat. It's so weird. Hello. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hello. Hey, let's stop the war, okay? What do we got to do to stop the war? We got to stop Trump and Putin. Netanyahu is pretty much dead. So it would help, since they're really reluctant to tell people that Netanyahu's dead. I think it would help if we really got it to trend how dead Netanyahu is and how no one believes at all that he's alive. What were you asking? I missed the question. Hello, Crystal Lynn. Nice to see you. I'm super tall. Coke or Pepsi? Coke, I guess. I mean, not politically, but the flavor and growing up in the South. Um, I just think everybody believes that Netanyahu's dead. Now, maybe it was all a big trick, but it certainly seems to be just the case. The prime minister, is it safer to call him the prime minister? Do you get to like avoid certain filters if you just call him the prime minister? Anyway, I was a little kid. The flight of 1978 that crashed. It's a really strange question. Oh, that's a great reason. That's a great. You don't need to anymore. He's dead. I mean, we can talk about it historically, but listen, let's talk about stopping this war, okay? That's the important thing. We're going to stop this war, okay? Because we don't believe in the war. The war doesn't represent us at all. I think 27% of Americans support the war. That's not a lot of support. They're about to have a giant protest. The day after tomorrow, I think, will be the biggest protest in American history. Like, it's going to be kind of intense. The protest isn't going to be intense. I'm saying there's going to be an intense pressure to stop the war, stop Trump. Like, people are going to see things they've never seen before in terms of the numbers of people coming out to protest the war, to protest Trump, to protest Putin, really. Which is what's crazy to me, which is why I think we really need to, like, join forces with Iran and be like, look, Americans, Iranians, we're all against Putin. For one, he's, giving them weapons and stuff, but he's also threatening to sell them out. And then Putin runs Trump. So Putin's the one having his guy attack him. Putin runs Trump and whatever the Netanyahu AI thing is. We need to join forces with the Iranians. Americans and Iranians need to join forces, and we need to be like, we're against Trump and Epstein and Putin and Netanyahu. And that's what we'll do. We'll all overthrow all tyrants. If they have tyrants there, we'll help them overthrow them too. Like, the decent way. Like, you can overthrow tyrants with peaceful protests and stuff, as we probably will find out in about 2 days. So it's really great that we're going to overthrow Trump here in America. One way or another, we got to do it. It'd be great if our government worked and they did it the government way. But we certainly have. Thank you. Everyone hates Trump here, so thanks for being here, Benjamin Lee. If people don't hate Trump here, we're just going to block them because we don't really have time for people who are trying to get people killed. Echo, what is going to happen? Well, I think one thing that would really help is if we just got them to admit that Netanyahu's dead. Because one reason they seem to be keeping Netanyahu alive for so much longer than when he got killed is because they're keeping the war going. Like, the war can entirely fall apart when the main spokesperson for it got killed shortly after starting it. What was the question? Sorry, if I missed your question, I missed your question, Blue Hawk. I like your name. Let me check out your question. Give me a second. If you're gone, sorry I missed your question. Oh, why are you against Trump? I hate Trump. Everybody hates Trump. That's a simple answer, isn't it? Everybody hates Trump. Like, everybody hates Trump, and we hate Trump to an increasing degree. I've hated Trump for a very long time, and I've hated Trump probably more than most people. But everybody else is kind of coming around to the same kind of hatred for Trump, and it's a lot. It's a very strong hatred. You're not us. A lot of you don't hate him, but you don't count. You're the people whose lives don't matter. You people don't count. If you don't hate Trump, dude, you really don't count. What did Preston Beck say? They tried overthrowing and protesting. A young wrestler was executed for what? Where was this? Where was the young wrestler executed? Well, you should hate Trump. If you don't hate Trump, there's something severely wrong with you, and you should question yourself. What the fuck is wrong with me that I don't hate Trump yet? You will hate Trump in the near future. Don't worry. You'll get there. You'll get there. But all Americans hate Trump. Trump-Butineers don't, but Americans do. Why did everyone become drones and just forget the Epstein files? they're brainwashed. They didn't just become drones. They've been drones. They're just getting dronier. No one talks about it anymore like Trump wanted. No, people still talk about the Epstein files. Don't worry. Kids are like sneaking onto Epstein Island and live streaming it and stuff, or like making videos of it and stuff, and making millions off views of making, you know, stuff like that, dude. People are still doing the Epstein files. Don't die for Trump and Epstein and Putin and Netanyahu. Like, we're doing the Epstein files right here, right now. There's only 23 people because Net and YouTube is afraid of this type of content. But don't die for the ghost of Netanyahu, Trump and Putin and Epstein files, Epstein class. And that's all we have to end. We have to end the Epstein class, which ends the oil companies, the militaries, the banking. You know, we end all the bad guys when we end the Epstein class. So it's all one thing. All we have to do is stop the bad guys. Pretty simple. Sorry, my cat was making strange sounds. Sorry. No, you don't count. Your votes don't matter. I mean, your votes matter, but sorry, I take that back. I misspoke. Your votes matter. Everybody's votes matter, but that's the problem. Your thoughts don't matter. Your like ideas don't matter. Like you don't matter because you're just a Putin puppet. You're just caught up in this Putin thing that Putin did to us all through Trump. If Epstein listens wasn't a wake-up call, I don't know what was. Well, some people are just deeply, deeply asleep. That's why they're opposed to woke. It's like they're smashing the snooze button over and over again with the baseball bat. Because watch the news. Look what up. What are we talking about, dude? I hate Trump because I hate Trump, dude. I've hated Trump before everybody. I've hated Trump more than and continue to hate Trump more than anybody else. If you don't like it, you shouldn't be here because I hate you for liking Trump. Like, it's pretty simple. You're going to get a bunch of people killed tomorrow. Like, in the next couple days, you're going to get a bunch more people killed. You already killed a bunch of schoolgirls. You know, like, you're really creepy, terrible people. Think about it. Like, I don't really want to focus on my hatred for you because I hate Trump. And there's other people that need to help express their hatred for Trump. So hopefully we can have something happen to Trump, get him removed from office before these boats get there, before all the fucking soldiers and sailors and shit get there. Okay, let's just block some people that like Trump. Like, seriously, it's so boring. This person joined 9 years ago. They have a 9-year-old channel, Brian BMP. They have 2 subscribers, and all they said was they love Trump. Like, now that I've just stopped, like, blocked people from being in the chat, it's much better. I'm here for peace. Human being is a human being. Thank you, Major Jordan. I'm here for peace, too. So let's both think about peace for a second. Peace, the future. There's a future with a lot of peace, right? Let's think about that for a second. A future with a lot of peace. It's like peace forever. Like, in the future, it's all just peace, right? Are you with me? Are you following me? Hold on a second. I'm for peace. Let me put that on the new replace message. dude, you're not defending killing the schoolgirls. This person's like, the drunk koala said, schoolgirls? Why put the school in the military base then? Dude, look, you're the kind of people that it's going to be a pleasure to get you removed from the life. It takes too much time. You say things like Bibi is still alive. You hate Trump because other people hate Trump. Look, we're just not doing this. The Iranians, one of the things you said was the Iranians wanted Trump. I don't know. Sometimes they're so stupid. He, maybe I won't ban him. One of the things he said was the Iranians wanted Trump and Israel to bomb the shit out of them. Like, that's what they said in the live. What a fucking idiot. Trump has a time machine. Dude, no. Trump doesn't have a time machine. U.S. Army 1983 to 2003. Spot the bot game live. Dude, don't worry about the bots, okay? I wouldn't even talk to him, except I do try to. We'll just have to do the normal rules of my live, where you just put an emoji in the chat if I missed your comments and your comments are any good, and I just won't listen to what they say. But thank you. If I know who you are or I recognize that you're against the bad guys, I'll read your comments. Iran is making good money from this war. Well, not only that, Trump gave them a lot of money by unsanctioning their oil. So Trump started a war with them, and then he unsanctioned their oil, which is a treason, because the definition of treason is helping the enemy in a country that you're at war with. And Trump helped them by unsanctioning their oil. So even though he started the war, like a week or two later, he unsanctioned their oil and helped them materially, which is the definition of treason. So I've said Trump's a traitor for a long time, but this is like the solid, most literal definition, most like one to one, you can obviously tell it's true, definition of treason that anybody's heard of. Can you please do a small favor for me? Can you please test Sir Donald Trump to stop the war? That's what I'm trying to do. Simran, Tripati, we all want to stop the war. It's all Trump's fault and Putin's fault and Netanyahu's fault. But Netanyahu's dead. So again, if we could just get the news out that Netanyahu's dead, we could get him stop lying about that bullshit, then the war would be over. I mean, it would crumble. It would collapse quickly. Yeah, Iran's not an American issue. It's not even an Israel issue. They weren't doing anything to Israel. I mean, they are now because Israel attacked them. They have the right to defend themselves. Well, they have the right to finish the war that somebody else started, even though nobody told them to do it except Putin. I firmly believe Putin's behind all of it. Okay, we're going to block that one. Sorry. We don't need to, like, wait for them to. Canada is better than America. Why do you say Nazi? This is all they ever do. Do you miss me? No, but nobody misses you. Let me block that person. Sorry. I've gotten a good I've gotten good pleasure out of blocking the trolls. Now, thanks, Magic Man. Nice to see you. Wait, are you doing the same thing? Are you trying to pick up where the other one left off? Oh my gosh. Why are they so boring? Why are the Trump trolls so fucking boring? What? Why also is no one else acknowledging that the government is covering up Netanyahu's death? Weird. You were saying interesting things at first, and then you were like, I'm gonna. It's just weird. Oh, I was just about to block you completely. Well, don't do that. It's quite amusing blocking these bots live. I mean, yeah. They really are predictable. They're Trump Hooteners, dude. Trump Hooteners, trolls, bots, Trump Hooteners, like the real ones, the bots and the trolls, they're all exactly the same. You can't tell them apart, and there's no reason. That's why I say they don't matter. Like, okay, you can say the same things that bots say. Israel lost one of their leaders and didn't mention it for 8 years? What's your comment, Ryan? Give me a second. Stop the war, you're stupid. If he doesn't do what he doing, Iran will have nuclear. Oh my God. Dude, Netanyahu, put your 6 fingers away. Don't put your 6 fingers on the keyboard anymore. We don't need to hear from you. You reject reality and substitute your own. I mean, you're probably projecting, but sure, everybody probably does that. That's how brains work. The more brains you have, the more you can replace realities with other realities. It's called imagining things and like creating things. But might as well know that's what it is and like write books about it instead of allowing somebody else to program your brain with some conspiracy theory bullshit that makes you think you understand reality better than fucking reality. When there's a shared reality we live in, and while it is a war to stop to distract from the Epstein files, it's not all it is. It's also a war. He's gonna kill a bunch of people just for fucking Epstein. You can have peace if you have a little hat. Look, you can have peace if you just want peace. Okay? What do you think of the AI? Nobody believes it. Nobody believes the AI video. That's why I think it's very important to just let everybody know Netanyahu's dead. There's no reason to do this war, continue this war. Netanyahu, the one who wanted this war, was killed by the war that he wanted for 30 years on the 3rd or 4th day. Like, there's no reason to continue this war. What does memento mori mean? Hold on. This person said, remove this memento mori, memento vivere. What does memento mori mean? When I was at Meow Wolf, they have a neon sign that says memento mori. But what does it mean? What does any of that mean? Will you please tell me what that means? Thank you. Accountability Live. Netanyahu, Black Peter says. Why are you Black Peter? Greetings from Germany. Cheers. Cheers, Germany. Thanks to Germany for rejecting Trump. To every extent that you reject Trump, we Americans appreciate it. Because we can't seem to find the fucking spine to do it. But everybody else who does it, we appreciate it. No one's getting arrested for the Epstein files. I'm over here having to go to court for traffic ticket. Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. The FBI came to my house because I say anti-Trump, pro-American things on YouTube. And the FBI came and harassed me, but they've never gone to talk to Les Wexner, Epstein's oldest friend and greatest funder, besides like JP Morgan or something. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Or it makes sense if you realize they're the FBI. They're there to protect the Epstein class. They're not there to stop them. They're there to protect them and stop people who criticize them, which is bullshit. And sure, there's good people within the organization. Kind of like Christianity. There's good people within the organizations. But for the most part, it's a bullshit religion that needs to get replaced. Remover. I'm trying to say remember. But what is Marty Mori Mori? What is Marty Mori? Yeah, but Epstein might be alive. He might be Palm Beach Pete. Think about it. I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. You know, didn't I just sound like Palm Beach Pete? I usually sound like this. But if I just said to you, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. Or if I said, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. Well, if I said it in my normal voice, you'd be like, oh, that's totally Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. But if I just change my voice a little bit and say it like this, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm just saying that could be the thing. He could just be hiding in plain sight, rubbing in our faces. Or Palm Beach Pete is totally just Palm Beach Pete, dude. Everybody knows Palm Beach Pete, you know? And it's not him. He just unfortunately looks like him. Nobody cares about Jeffrey Epstein anymore anyway. He's swimming with Osama now around their private island. Hi, beautiful woman. Nice to see you. Okay. Hello, Voodoo Child. Nice to see you again. Memento mori means remember you must die. What? Remember you must die? Fuck, why would they have that in a pink, purple neon sign? And memento vivere means remember you must live. Fuck, dude. Why don't they have remember you must live in pink, purple neon sign? Wow. All right, well, thanks. That really fits the theme of the night. So what I want to do is stop the war, stop them from killing thousands of people tomorrow or the next day when there's more of killings going to stop. Stop the killings between now and then too, but stop the war. Memento mori, I think it is Latin. Is he dead? Probably. It's from Greece, so maybe it's Greek. Oh, very good point. Simran says, why don't you ask your army to arrest Sir Donald Trump? We should do that. It's really their duty. We shouldn't have to ask. What are we supposed to do? Send them a tweet? Send them a truth social? Send them a Facebook post? You know, I'm asking them right now. I've been asking them. Everybody's been asking them. Not everybody, but I feel like I can't be the only one asking them. But they're not going to let my content get out there, or they're not going to show my content to the army. But I mean, the army understands the army better than I understand the army. I'm not in the fucking army. But the people in the army should know it's their duty to coup and overthrow this traitor. I mean, I guess he fired the ones who did. So, that brings up another point that I've been talking about recently. If Trump fired all the good army people, then those are the only people who should be allowed in the army. You know? Like, we should throw out anybody who was obeying Trump or that Trump approved of. And start again with just people who Trump kicked out, or people who quit. People who go to jail or whatever happens if you don't go to war when Trump sends you to war, for Epstein and Putin and Netanyahu, the ghost of Netanyahu. Yeah, every Iranian that I meet in the chat seems to agree with me. So when you say Iranians understand Iran more than I do, then yeah, I'm sure they do understand it more than me. But they still seem to agree with my intuitive perspective on things. And my criticism of Trump and Putin. Now, I don't know if they understand the criticism of Putin, because Putin is supposed to be their ally. But Putin's doing all this to all of us, which is why we can end all war by ending this whole regime. Sorry, I'm going to have to ban the people. Some Iranians come to the chat. Yeah, you can end all war. Why can't you? Do you have an Edgar Allan Poe profile picture? Why can't you end all war? You're beautiful too, senor. Thanks for being here. Thank you. I'll probably sell you guys paintings one of these days if you want. Oh my god, sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and block this person. Sorry about people being here. They've been here before. Guys, we're just gonna stop the war. We're gonna stop Trump and Putin and Netanyahu and Epstein, the Epstein class. Yeah, I sing. You wanna hear a song before we stop the live? I know this fellow always has something to say. He's not the one to tell you night from day. And now he's in your town, there's going to be a way. Just go through him to get out of the gray. In these days we're all astray. Amazing, In these nights when all the graves are raised, who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. I like this girl, she wants me to turn it in. She asks me where all of my life has been. We never met, just felt that look, and then I wanted to turn out all that lies within. In these days we're all astray, amazing. In these nights when all the graves are raised, who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. Thanks. I'll sing you another song real quick. Um, we can play, then we're blown away into the night until the stars are shown the day. We can play, then we're blown away into the night until the stars are shown the day. Nothing's good enough for me. We can howl until they put us out. Let us fall away, we come back through the ground. Nothing's good enough for me. We can try to make the crows all fly. Don't let them go unless you know the reason why. Nothing's good enough for me. We can sleep. We've got no secrets to keep. There's nothing dreaming can't fix up in a week. Nothing's good enough for me. We can slip over the stones that trip. I'd give you anything for that tremble on your lip. Nothing's good enough for me. We can chill. We've just got time to kill. You get what's coming when you're looking for a thrill. Nothing's good enough for me. If they're in the American forces, I would advise you to get them to get out of the forces. Don't join anything fighting for Trump and Putin and Epstein and Netanyahu. Like, you don't want to fight for those guys. Thank you. I'll sing you another song before we shut the live down. It goes like this. So many roads take flight on both sides of the night. Our boat will pass them by on both sides of the night. And in between banks, we'll float on and pour out thanks that we'll get there if we just glide. Back down in Cattown. Back down in Cattown if you get there safely. Back down in Cattown if you get there fine. Pink and gold and bright on both sides of the night. I think we stole away from sight on both sides of the night, and in between days our imagination plays with its wondrous selves, you and I. Back down in Cattown. Back down in Cattown if you get there safely. Back down in Cattown if you get there fine. If you go, you will find no one is around. If you can, they won't mind if you just back down. We never told these lies on both sides of the night until we passed two stone felines on both sides of the night. Back down in Cattown. Back down in Cattown if you get there safely. Back down in Cattown if you they're fine. Thanks for talking with me. Thanks for trying to make peace. I should probably make another song to make peace. Should probably make another song. No thanks, I'll sing another one. If you want to hear the songs more, the songs are by Foxen, Foxzen, or you can hear me singing the songs under the name Foxen, Foxzen, or I go by Puffin. Nice to meet you. Hello, George. Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back. I'll sing another song. Say, I do know an Elvis song. Fuck. I don't remember it right now. I learned an Elvis song because I really liked it. Um, Say you want to be a real boy, so why run away from me? I'm the voice inside your head now. I'm your closest company. The blue fairy watches us with our own eyes. Let's knows we'll grow out of our lies. The blue fairy makes us real when we believe we can escape from you and me. You smashed me when I tried to warn ya, ignored my ghost along the way. Tricked into gold farming, they tied you to a tree until the fairy saved the day. The blue fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The blue fairy makes us real when we believe we can escape from you and me. They tried to hide you in a donkey's skin and ears. They tried to hide you in a whale. They tried to hide you in a puppet show of fears, pinned inside a splintered jail. The blue fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The blue fairy makes us real when we believe we can escape from you and me. So by the way, my name is Jay. Friends call me Senor. Well, nice to meet you, Senor. Thank you for being here. I go by Puffin, and if you want to hear the songs again, the band is called Foxen, Foxzen. We have a lot of songs. We used to have more, but I think Spotify took a lot of them away. But if you search for Foxen, Foxzen, and then you scroll to the bottom of the list, beneath all the other bands with Fox in their name, yes, Foxzen, all one word. Thanks, Foxen, Foxzen, yeah, just like that, Foxen, Foxzen. I'll try to sing another song before we go. I got enough time. I only go live for about an hour. But here's one. It goes like this. Are you waiting for a ride? Do you have the time for me to come inside? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you skating on thin ice? Are you debating if the warning signs were lies? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you trading in your guides? Are you laying low while the others hit the heights? Who's going to lead all of the lives you leave behind? Are you tailored to your pride? Are you chafing at the reins that tame our strides? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you faking you're alive? Are you replaying all the stages you deprived? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Okay, I'll sing Secret Police. We are the secret police. We'll arrest the memories that break in when you sleep. We are the secret police. Protect and serve the silence that you want to keep. We are the secret police. Investigate omissions that got you in so deep. We are the secret police. Undercovers wired like lovers, hiding to expose each other. We are the secret police. Tell the captain something happened. We're going in for some action. We are the secret police. And when you call us, then you're in for a treat. We are the secret police. We're almost invisible when we're on the beat. We are the secret police. The underground is waiting for you to come down off your street. We are the secret police. Undercovers wired like lovers, hiding to expose each other. We are the secret police. Tell the captain something happened. We're going in for some action. Here's one more for you. It goes like this. Here I'm left on scene. Never felt so in between. If I want you this much, it's so easy to tell. If you're gonna love me like this, I'd better overload love myself to please you well. Here I'm left on scene, sweeping all of the stages clean. When the curtains close, was it all just an act? Or is playtime over and we're going back to adulthood? That suburban hellhole. Here I'm left on scene, one gray detective, the other green. Dusting gardens and galleries for memories of art. I'm exhibit A, but I'm missing a part. Here you have it. Is my heart a plot twist? Here I'm left on scene, like a satellite magic queen. When dreaming up schemes, no one seems to wake up. Trapping hatfuls of rabbits with maps and makeup. You can't see her, so you just have to be her. Well, thank y'all for listening to the Foxen songs. Hope you like them. And check them out on YouTube or Spotify. And maybe ask Spotify what happened to the other songs. I should probably find out myself. Thanks, Blue Hawk. Thanks, everybody. And let's make peace. Let's stop this war. Let's stop Trump and Putin and Netanyahu and the Epstein class. And save the world. Peace forever. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for subscribing and commenting on my content. We'll stay in touch, I hope. Although I've noticed they keep deleting all the comments. So hopefully see you guys again soon. Thanks for being here.